Agrawal, sir. He is an eminent academician and accomplished professional in the realm of finance. He embarked on his academic journey with a profound commitment to advancing knowledge. With an extensive educational background, he holds a PhD in management, a culmination of rigorous research on IPO pricing, a study of listing volatility and efficient pricing mechanism. This groundbreaking work has contributed to the financial industry. His illustrious career spanned 30 years of corporate and 23 years of teaching experience. He has earned research papers published in prestigious national and international journals, including two in scholars. He has presented 6 papers as a director at Lal Bahadur Academy behind innovative teaching methodologies. His initiatives include implementing activities-based learning programs, designing a comprehensive MBA program curriculum in finance and administration among students authorities. Beyond academia, he has been recognized for his exceptional contributions, receiving as the Best Student Award for distinction from the Agrasen Club. His dedication to academia was further honored by Mrs. Sumita Mahajan, former Speaker Lok Sabha India, who felicitated him for extraordinary contribution in academics. Remaining an active participant in the academic community, he serves as a member of Research Foundation of India Indore chapter and a member of the Circular Economic Club Boston, USA. His commitment to continuous learning and development is evident through his engagement as a resource person for skill development at MSME and research methodology workshops at RFI India. So please join me in warm welcoming Dr. Deepak Agrawal, sir.
Thank you so
Over
much,
to
ma'am.
you, sir.
I hope that all the participants in the past 4 days have learned a lot related with the secondly, again, when we talk about the innovative teaching pedagogy, some of the teachers interpret that simply teaching through the PPT. But beyond that, there is the world. There are many of the things which still, being an academician, we need to learn upon things in the academics. So our responsibility to just to search, to learn the new concepts and conventions and upon doing many of the teachers may be acquainted with the smart board, using of the smart board. Many institutions about the school education, yes, it is very commonly found there. It can also be considered as the using, because it is very interactive. It is at the same time helpful to the to make their presentations in much better manner. You can record your videos and all of these things. So the topic for this workshop, and that is understanding role play methodology for innovation. Although it is not an end to this way, still we need to call going upon and learn more advanced tools and techniques that are coming upon in our life. These are some of the key ingredients what we are going to have a discussion on this topic. So let's therefore move to the very first slide with the words of the famous poet, Mr. William Shakespeare. All the world is a stage, and all the men and women are the players. Exactly, this been copied by legendary Shri Raj Kapoor Sahib in his that is the circus. They have their existence. All men and women have their existence and their entrances. I'm sorry, I repeat one sentence. They have their entry and exit in this play. And one man in his time plays many parts in his life. He has further divided his or her life into 7 broad stages. That is, I'm not covering in the present in this slide. So ultimately, with the words of William Shakespeare, that every person needs to perform many roles. Follow the same words, the same role is been widely accepted and expectedly used in our academic with the words of Rachel and Shepard in their paper they published. The role play is a form of an experimental learning. That means ki we need to perform, we need to learn, we need to and this is how we can perform this task. Now, the teacher is in her or his method should appeal their sense perception to understanding of the students. And the one of the used method is to be known as a role play. So the responsibility of the teacher becomes to first of all understand themselves and in the form of a practical orientation, they can do a much better manner. When we are talking about the role playing in educational technique, in which people spontaneously act to the problems of human relations, analyze them, enactment with the help of the other players and observers. So, what exactly the things coming upon that is as a human being, as a single person, I problems with the help of the role play. When it has been in front of the audience, in front of the who is controlling the role play, the things come up in a much manner. So it provides an opportunity not only to model but execution to the existing. Role plays provide instructors engagement, activity problem, learn through problem-based activities. So when we management courses, management subjects, this this is already happening since when we teacher in this particular. Even when we talk about the NEP planning, NEP 2020, the objective is to bring out the from the classroom and put them into the practical world so that they can better understand and try to act and react in a much better manner. But for that, it is necessary that the student must come with the innovative things. So again, the teachers is responsible to get those things into the students. As per the concept, the role play is an activity where people pretend to be someone else or in a situation. So we are an all, the world is an actor in the words of William Shakespeare. So we try to act, getting the footsteps of someone else, try to act in that manner, play according to that manner, and try to understand the situation. It involves acting out a situation or pair or maybe in the groups. So role play further demonstrate that not necessarily an individual can only perform this task. It can be in the pairs or it may be in the group activity. I am very much inspired by Charlie Chaplin. He always performed individual. Second inspirations comes to mind with the from the Lauren Hardy. They act in the pairs, and the shows, the movies, they all are. What exactly Charlie basically consider or Lauren Hardy has been considered as an comedy, but basically they are villains. Try to of the movies which has been created and acted by legendaries. Number one thing, he developed those movies when the world was been in the deep depression period, somewhere 1924 to 1945, 1947. These periods were there in this period. People were very poor. There were no jobs available. There was nothing to eat. So all these things comes out in the very light, friendly manner. But secondly, when we are going to talk about the dual role to be played, Charlie Chaplin at the side plays the role of a Hitler using his because he was born in Germany, and due to his acting and all these things, he was being thrown from Germany to USA. There he settled, and they are still worth seeing. What exactly comes from it? One more example is I'm just exactly forgetting the name, maybe the modern times or something. So they were talking about the depression that was a very, very high. So this hero, Charlie Chaplin, as a person who is unemployed, there is nothing to eat. So what he's trying to do, he's trying to boil his own shoe and try to eat, assume to eat the shoe. So what this is indicating that due to hungerness, there is nothing to eat. So this is the option available to get her. Definitely, the nobody can eat the shoe, but this is the story. This is the actual facts and figures comes in the form of a role play. So ultimately, when we say what is a role play, in simple words, role play is nothing. It is simply a simulation-based activity in which we are to perform the role of our either legendary or motivator or you are largely influenced by them. We try to read what these people have done so that we can improve. Side, this is going to develop more to our students. I hope the concept of the role play is clear. When we talk about objectivity of the role play, it is simply to connect the students and future to the industry's demand. Presently, we are in the industry 4. We do understand it is always industry claims that we are not getting the efficient people, and we do understand that we are unable to train the students as per the corporate needs. The role play help us understand so that they can future ready. The basically functions. Number one, that is full in the creativity. The creativity definitely as today's workshop, you have learned many of the tools. Similarly, a student may in the class. But when you ask them to perform, they can come with their innovative ideas. Secondly, it helps to work in collaboration. Again, when we're talking, the concept of ekla, this may not be very suitable in the present life scenario. They need to learn to work together. They need to learn how to manage the group. They need to learn either to be as a work as a leader or maybe to work as a follower. All these things can come with the help of a role play. The various positions can be created to act in that manner. So basically, what is movie? What are movies? What are plays doing? They are doing the same task. Each and every person is having some role in that. We are trying to go through it. We are trying to. We may learn. We may not learn. It is maybe meant for entertainment. This is how the things comes upon. Third element under the object critical thinking. You have given a assignment. The student has copied the 100% assignment from the internet you in the form of a small report. While asking the questions, the student remains blank. हमें नहीं पता, हमने नेट से उतारा, हम आपको दे दिया. So where is the critical thinking comes upon? So this is the practical orientation of it. You assign that to perform a various roles. That student many of the times to perform. Next, this is not necessarily required always in the automatic seminar, or it classroom can be a platform where the students can. It will help to overcome the communications problems. Again, the problem lies that students coming from the rural area, they are absolutely not comfortable with English. Even many of them are not able to speak Hindi properly in this Hindi belt. Once this task has been provided to them, ultimately there is a controller, there is an observer, the director. They will try to control the situation, but once they are keep on speaking, you can see that variation can come upon. Take the another example. I always try to correlate this session with the movies and that because it can be very easily correlated. So take the example of Kapil Sharma. He is not good in communication skills, talking about the English language. You have seen many of the times he admitted himself that he is good in English, but still he creates a fun image by using that language. So this is how the communication can have a meaningful basic objectivities of the role play. Let us get in little of role play. Basic purpose is where information. Another example, like Karnataka. It is a role play, but there is a social cause involved in it. Like presently, we are preparing a team. Institute belongs to the rule. This institute is a part of Lal Bahadur Shastri Seva Niken controlled by the of late Prime Minister Shri Lal Bahadur. Lal Bahadur Shastri ji was been deep rooted to the village. Following those footsteps, we also focused towards the development of the rural area. We classified rural activities into three broad categories. Once you are getting into the area where the population is very less, there we are focusing towards the literacy of the girl education. Because normally 5th or 8th is the last class for the girls, particularly in the deep, very where the overall population is 500 people living in that area. Secondly, we are trying to communicate this last time for election. If it is late accuracy level is little bit high. We've tried to focus the importance of the election and how to vote and what are the importance related to it. Third, gender equality. Again, the third part of Nukkad Natak is based upon that the importance of the girl child in the society. This is how we are to communicate to the society with our exponential learnings with the help of our students. The thing comes upon either by virtue the students like to do so, they may go, but my suggestion, you always have some type of activity marks for it. For example, if you are having an internal of 20 marks, you assign somewhere around 4 marks or 5 marks for this activity. This will motivate the remaining students to come. Second purpose is to develop specific skills. Another example I would like to quote about is the Tare Jami Pe. I just example because while traveling through my car, I always keep radio on. And today is the birthday of Mr. Amin Khan. Many of the actually performing that we have been talking about, and Tare Jami is one of the people which presently focuses upon the slow learners in the slow learner students. So this is how it will helpful in overcoming the shyness, laziness, weakness of students. To present interpersonal problems, there may be many of the problems, intrapersonal, interpersonal problems can be. I just talked that students have a shyness to talk about themselves. In that case, can be the one of the platform where they can come up, that can talk from their heart. To develop our analysis is very commonly used in the management programs. We are having case studies. Under case studies, there is some situation, actual, or maybe somewhat that is a factual. A situation has been assigned, and then you need to develop. First of all, you need to identify those situations, develop the alternatives, and finally, you need to select the one of the best alternative amongst them. That is the type of a similar activity to develop understanding of points of view of others. Again, the biggest problems lies with the politicians and teachers, particularly that they can't remain quiet. They are very good speakers and narrators, but they are very bad listeners. The similar problems may exist amongst the students. So this activity helps them to understand the situation, helps to develop their patience level to go through the whole of the act, to increase insight into typical way of dealing with a problem, developing insights, how to overcome with a problem. Just like again, when initially I talked that we are talking about the simulation based learning. In the initial phase of our life, when we started learning cycling, we fall many of the times. We have broken number of times our knees, but gradually we learn how to maintain the balance part required into it. Second thing, what situation arises and somebody just comes in front of you. जैसे भगवान प्रकट होते हैं, particular just like the cities like us, कोई भी किसी भी गली से कोई भी प्रकट होके आ सकता है. So what will be your immediate reaction? Are you going to look over that person and keep rolling your vehicle, your tires?
Agrawal sir, are you there?
Sorry, there was a power shift. Let me continue. So, what we have learned that in case of incomplete and directly apply the subconscious mind has already been decided. We should put the brain at least 10% will try to protect themselves and others.